As the workplace continues to change and shift post-COVID, a new report says what people want from work is changing as well. According to management consulting firm McKinsey and Company, 82% of employees believe it's important for their company to have a purpose. But why does having a purpose matter so much? Career coach Liz Bentley joins us live now to talk about the importance of having defined purposes. Good morning to you, Liz.
Good morning, Mary.
So reports of people leaving their jobs in the last year skyrocketed, especially for those who started valuing their time more and changing what they expect from their job. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, employees want purpose now more than ever. And if they're not getting it, it can be very expensive, not just on companies, but also on the economy. Business Insider report found that companies that have disengaged employees cost the economy $2 trillion. And Gallup report found that disengaged employees are 18% less productive than the engaged ones. That's losing 1 day a week in employee productivity, which is a lot on companies. And it's not because people don't want to work hard, Mary. They actually really do. They just want to feel engaged and purpose in their job.
So given these changes in expectations, what can employers do to make sure the employees feel like they're accomplishing those personal goals, and the companies as well?
Well, for starters, employers need to recognize that their employees really do want to feel a bigger meaning in their work. They want to feel like their work is connected to something more than just their daily job, and that their expectations have really changed. Traditionally, people have been happy with good pay, working with nice people, and semi-interesting work, and that was enough. But it's not enough anymore. And if they're not getting it, they're willing to leave. In fact, 38% say they'll leave a company that has a toxic environment, and 48% say that they'll leave if they're not feeling like they're getting good work-life balance and enjoying their personal life. So first, I think employers need to recognize the problem. The next step in it is then what do they do about it? And what I would say is that they have to really recognize that when they have disengaged employees, it's not because of lack of accountability or goals. It's often because they're not feeling that deeper connection to what the company is doing and what that purpose is.
And now for the employees, how important is finding your purpose when it comes to work? We talked a little bit about that, but you're saying this is really key this year.
It really is. I mean, employees need to understand what their why is. They want to know, what is this career all about? Why am I here? How am I spending my time? They really want to feel a deeper connection to what they do all day. I mean, Mary, as you know, people spend so much of their life and time at work. So they want to feel a deeper connection to what their company is doing, where it's going, and why it matters in the big picture, and how they fit into it. So employees really need to, one, connect deeper to their actual company, but also even deeper to themselves. What's their purpose? Most of us can do that inner journey just looking in the mirror, saying, what do I want out of my career? What do I want, and what do I bring to the table?
Liz Bentley, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Mary. I think people and companies looking into their purpose will make a huge difference in productivity, outcome, and results.
Such good advice. Thanks.